Hey, what's going on? Did you know that you can go from an abomination like this into relatively clean shading in just under a minute, or even something like that? So let me demonstrate it first, then I'll fully explain it to you. This is an extremely simplified version of editing normals. And unlike the other method I showed you using textures to create the shadows, this is easier to export to game engines because you're actually editing the normals. And of course, it has real-time shading from any angle. The crazy part is you don't even have to download any plugins. That's right, we're gonna do this without even using Abnormal. And also, if you wanna follow along, I will put this file for free in the description. So if this is what you're interested in, stick around, because I'm now gonna tell you how to set this up in Blender. Okay, so here we have our face mesh, and this will be in the file that's provided if you wanna follow along. And if we go under modifiers, we'll see that we have a mirror modifier applied. And that's the only modifier. If you have subsurface modifier, you have to either remove it or apply it. It's very important that we don't have a subsurface modifier. I also have a light point set up here. And I'm gonna make sure that under object data properties, that shadow is off. Shadow has to be off, and then render properties, soft shadows also has to be unchecked. And you can make these values a max if you want. The next thing you want to do is when you tab over into edit mode, in show overlays, display split normals has to be on. This is how you can see these purple lines, which indicate the direction that the normals are facing. So as you can see, I have 4 planes here. And I'll show you exactly how to make these. You just shift A while you're still in edit mode to add a plane. And it's important that you're still in edit mode so that it adds it to the same object. I'll press R 90x to rotate it 90 degrees on the x-axis. Shrink it down. I don't really care that it's mirrored. We're gonna delete it later anyway. And that's your first plane. As you can see, the purple lines are facing directly towards you. That's what we want. Go ahead and duplicate this and go R to rotate 270 along Z. So press Z, enter. There you go, that's your second plane. Let's duplicate both of them actually. And we're both gonna rotate them a bit. So this one is rotated to the right a little like that. And so is this one. And that's how you prepare these 4 planes. And once you have these, you're pretty much ready to go. One thing I suggest you do to save you a lot of time too is press Alt N and then right click copy vectors and add it to your quick favorites. It's already here, so it says remove, but yours will say add if you don't have it yet. And do the same for paste vectors. So right click that and add it to your quick favorites as well. This way when you press Q, you can just quickly access it like that. Now let's select one vertex from the front facing plane, just one. Press Q, press copy vectors, and now with toggle X-ray on, which is shortcut Alt Z, select everything. On the face, press Q again, press paste vectors. Now, onto the left facing one, press one vertex, press Q, copy vectors, Alt left click on the edge of the face. And if you have the rest of the head, you can select the whole side of the head as well. But you're just gonna press Q, paste vectors, and now I'll go like that. They'll be facing to the left, just like your plane over here. Now let's do the nose. So the nose one is this one, the one that was facing to the left but got rotated slightly to the right. Again, one vertex, Q, copy. Now let's go over to the parts of the nose that are supported by the surrounding geometry. Select these ones, and this is where the nose shadow will be. Approximately. So Q, paste vectors. This is our last one. You know the drill by now. Select one, copy vectors. Now let's select this very crappy eyelid shadow, these 4 vertices, Q paste vectors. Also, right here on these 6 points, paste vectors. And lastly, the reason some of these middle vertices are messing up is because for some reason we cannot control their normals until we apply the mirror modifier. So let's apply that right now after everything is done in object mode, and then let's tab back to edit mode. Select a front facing vertex yet again, copy the vectors, and alt left click all along down this line until we get all the middle vertices. Shift alt left click, shift alt left click, Q, paste vectors, and that should be finished. All right, so what did you just do? You've edited the normals, which means you're giving instructions on what happens when the light hits from a certain direction. So as you can see, for 90% of the face, you have these forward-facing purple lines, which means when the light comes from straight on, that part of the face is gonna be lit. And you've basically made your entire mesh 4 different normal directions. Whereas before you edited these normals, everything was facing in every which way, which is why you get those weird shapes before you edit the normals, because it's too complex. In anime and cartoons, everything is simplified. That's why when we go with these simplified normals, it gives the look that we want. Now, I will go into more detail in the future, maybe in a future video, on how to create face meshes that are compatible with editing normals. Because to get the exact shadow details you want, the topology has to be able to support it. Like for example, here we have some rings around our nose, and this is where the nose shadow detail is. And we've also got something going on here for the cheek shadow. And it actually wasn't so bad for the nose, but this is not really good. The shadow isn't exactly the shape that we want, but it's just for an example. It's not too difficult to set these up. You just have to use a knife tool. So for example, if you cut it like this along the corners, then press enter. That's pretty much how you do it. So that's how you can convert any mesh that you want into something that can kind of support normals, but it's always best to create your mesh from scratch while planning ahead for normals. And again, we'll explore that in a future video. The pros, they get even more specific with their topology, their normal editing, and even the lighting, because achieving these perfect shadows takes into account all the factors because they all work together as one. And as always, you can include or exclude any shadow details that you want. I think in a lot of cases, even when you just have the one nose shadow is already fine. But again, that's up to you. And lastly, you might be wondering why the mouth is modeled like this and why there's so many triangles in this model. But it's all actually intentional. I won't get into too much detail, but there's many advantages to having your mouth set up like this, including one of them is that you get more freedom to move the mouth into larger and more dynamic poses. But again, this is pretty much as far as we'll go for this one. Consider liking and subbing if the video helped, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.